Hello and welcome to Thermomixing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan and we are wrapping up our simmering basket week this week. So I really hope that you've got some more ideas about how you can use your simmering basket to get more out of your Thermomix. This is regardless of which model you've got, they've all come with a simmering basket, so dig in the back of that cupboard and find them. Now today I'm going to show you the most easiest juicing ever, and then we'll use our simmering basket to actually strain it. So how cool is that our simmering basket, where is it, back here, has such a multi-purpose, okay? These little holes across the front are designed for that. Now, TM6, you've got a double layer. Sometimes that can be more of a challenge, but though TM31, you don't have the lid, so you still though have the strainer across the front. So let's get started on this recipe right now. Now, all we need to do is we need to know what fruit we want, and then there's a couple of little rules. You guys know I like little rules about what to use and how much of things so that I can kind of wing it to make the most perfect juice. Now, I don't worry about sugar in my recipe, and all we're gonna do here is we're gonna start with fruit, what we've got. Now, the kids have been neglecting this pear. It's got a few brown marks on it. Got some oranges that, again, had been neglected. So they're gonna go in, and the pears, I didn't even bother taking the seeds out. Okay, so 400-ish grams, all right, is what we're gonna do there. Then you want a handful of ice, so literally a handful of ice. Don't worry too much about how little or how much. The ice has an important job. Its job is to actually be the thing that breaks down the fibers. Okay, now if you like your fibers, you still want to put that in there. So if you want that little pulpy feel, still put it in there. It means you just don't strain it like I'm going to teach you to. Now that we've got that in, now we started with about 400 grams of fruit. We now want to put in half of that in water. So we're going to tear this back and we're going to put in 200 grams of water. Once we've got these three ingredients in, we're actually, okay, 300, doesn't matter, it just makes it a little bit more watery. Once we've got those three ingredients in, we're actually now ready to finish it. Now on a TM6, we've got the blend feature. Okay, now blend is in our modes. If you've got a TM5 or a TM31, you're gonna spin it up to speed 8. Okay, it's gonna take 30 seconds before we then strain it. So I'll bring up my blend mode. 30 seconds already preset. That's pretty cool. Those of you with a TM6, you know that I like to add value. You guys know there's actually, you don't have to go all the way to speed 8 every time. Can you see there's little holes in the line around the side? That means you can blend on 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, or today 8. So I'm going to stop talking for 30 seconds and I'm going to let this blend for you so that we can strain it out and see what this looks like. So hang tight and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, we're done. And you might have seen there's a bit of a wiggle and jiggle on my table. That's because I am on a non-fixed bench. I'm on like a bar stool thing, and you can even see as I shake it with a hand, it wiggles and jiggles. Yours won't do that on your bench. And even still, even with the wiggling jiggling, besides the fact that it wants to throw my camera off the table, it actually makes no difference. So don't stress about that, okay? Now, we're done. How cool is that? 30 seconds and we're done. I've just got myself a glass so that I can show you what to do next. We take it out. We place this in so that the back here where our spatula goes to lift it out when we've got hot foods, so that it goes at the back like this, okay, so near the handle, so we're going to put our finger on there. Now if you've got a TM6, you need a second finger. You need to be able to hold this down, because otherwise the flap opens and it makes a big mess. Take it from the one who's done that a few times. So hold it down and we're just going to strain it through. Oh, and try and get it without making a mess everywhere else. So let's just use this as a funnel, because I do love the fact that this doubles as a funnel. That'll help me not make such a mess. If it's too thick, like I'm looking at this going, oh, this is actually, oh no, that's not too bad. I was gonna say it might be too thick. Well, of course we put more water into it. The pear certainly will thicken this up compared to what you might be used to with juices, you know, with their citrus juices and stuff, because the pear has that effect of being a thickener. So we're just straining this out and see that that's straining through nicely. Occasionally I stop and I give it a little wiggle and jiggle just to move that substance around in there. Now for us, the leftovers can actually go out to our chickens. You could freeze them and use them later on in a cake. The whole orange cake is a great way to use your pulp. There's lots of little recipes around that you use the leftovers. Obviously I've got pears in there today as well. So nearly done here. There's still some water in there, juice in there, not water, juice. You can see that coming out beautifully. Very tropical flavored this one will be, with that beautiful pear, which is also the thickening in it. Okay, you can see that that's quite thick. Interestingly, when you go and buy your juices from those places in the supermarket that do juices, Pear is actually their thickening concentrate. You'll actually find on the, if you ever ask for the ingredient list, that's the sweetener, and it's the actual thickener for those type of juices that come in the big container that are normally a little bit expensive really for what they are. So nearly done. I do think I should have added more water. If it was just citrus, half the amount of water to fruit is perfect, but being that it's got that pear, that's okay. We keep it real around here. Look at that. Juice in your Thermomix, pulp free, 30 seconds, and about 30 seconds to strain it today. But trust me, if you use just citrus, you'll find that that runs a lot quicker through the simmering basket. And those of you with a TM5 and a TM31, your simmering basket runs even faster because you don't have the double layer. But how easy is that in your Thermomix? Apples, whatever fruit you want. And as I said, if you don't mind a little bit of chewy pulp to it, you know what I mean, you don't even need to strain it. But today, this week, I wanted to show you how our simmering basket is used in so many different ways with our Thermomix. So I hope you've taken some hints and tips away from it this week. When you are making juices, particularly the citrus variety, it is half as much water to the weight of juice and then a handful of ice. Okay, 30 seconds, speed 8, and you've got beautiful juice. Obviously, apple, pears, bananas, you're going to need to add more water. Because it thickens them up, okay? But otherwise, I hope you've enjoyed. Do reach out if I can support you in any way with your Thermomix. I am here to make sure you get the very most out of it. If you haven't yet, go over to my website and subscribe, okay? It's over there in the QR code. If you scan that, that will land you over there. A little pop-up will come up after about 5 seconds, and you can sign up to my mailing list. Straight away, you'll get an essentials fridge, freezer, pantry printable that you can stick in your pantry or on your fridge and tick off what you've got, and make sure you've always got a well-stocked fridge, freezer, pantry, okay? Regardless of whether you're gluten-free or not, it's actually for you. So we are mostly gluten-free at this house. We do have pizza night once a week. That is our non-glutinous time primarily, but we really do need to stick primarily to gluten-free. So that list is for those of you who both are gluten-free, but also if you're just leading a normal lifestyle, that is going to help you as well. Make sure that you can always whip something up at the drop of a hat from your pantry, fridge, or freezer. But otherwise, guys, thanks for joining me this week. It's been an absolute pleasure to come to you and inspire you. Please reach out if I can help you in any way with your Thermomix, or of course if you've got friends and family and you live in Australia who want to get one on their bench. I'd love to honour you in that process, so please do let me know you've sent them as well. But otherwise, guys, have a fantastic one. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video soon. Bye for now.